to respected Father Principal, Vice Principals, teachers.
Pleasure to It is our absolute pleasure to be your hosts for this magnificent Gonzaga Day celebration.
Today, we come together to honor the legacy of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, a beacon of purity, dedication, and selfless service. His exemplary life continues to inspire us all.
Indeed, Anvesha, Saint Aloysius Gonzaga's commitment to education and his compassionate spirit serves as a guiding light for us. We are here to celebrate these very values.
To commence our celebration, we will begin with the traditional lighting of the lamp.
We would like to invite our respected Father Principal, Father Roshnar Khalko SJ, Vice Principals Debabrat Sir, and Father Ranjit Marandi SJ, Housemaster Amar
Additionally, we request Father Principal and Amar Sir to garland the portrait of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga.
Thank you, esteemed dignitaries. May the light of this lamp illuminate our paths with wisdom and clarity.
Now, let us seek divine blessings with a serene and soulful prayer song. We request everyone to join in this moment of spirituality.
That was truly divine. Thank you for filling our hearts with peace and devotion.
Up next, we have an enlightening speech by our house captain, Pratyusha Rana, who will take us through the inspiring life story of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga.
In the bustling streets of Renaissance Italy, where wealth and status reigned supreme, a different kind of legacy was quietly taking shape. In the year 1568, within the walls of the Gonzaga Palace, a child was born whose life would illuminate the path of selfless devotion and unwavering faith. Saint Aloysius of Gonzaga's life is a testament to the power of faith, selflessness, and a devotion to God. Born into a noble family in 1568 in Lombardy, Italy, Aloysius was surrounded by wealth and privilege from a young age. However, his heart was set on something greater than earthly riches. At the tender age of 9, Aloysius fell gravely ill, an experience that would profoundly shape his spiritual journey. He made a vow that if he survives, if he recovers, he will dedicate his life to God. Miraculously, he survived. And true to his promise, he devoted himself wholeheartedly to a life of piety and service. Aloysius' commitment to God only deepened as he grew older. Despite his family's objections, he felt called to join the Jesuit order, drawn by their mission of serving others. At the age of 17, he entered the Jesuit novitiate, where he underwent rigorous spiritual trainings and deepened his relationship with God. Throughout his time in the novitiate, Aloysius' exemplary devotion to prayer, penance, and humility set him apart. He spent hours in the contemplation before the Blessed Sacrament, finding solace and strength in the presence of Christ. Despite his youth, Aloysius was known for his wisdom and holiness. He possessed a deep understanding of the spiritual life and served as a model of virtue for his fellow Jesuits. Tragically, Aloysius' life was cut short at the age of 23 when he contracted the plague while caring for the sick during an outbreak in Rome. Despite his own sufferings, he continued to minister to the afflicted, risking his life to bring comfort and solace to those in need. Saint Aloysius of Gonzaga passed away on June 21, leaving behind a legacy of selfless love and devotion to God. His act of love, even in the face of death, serves as a powerful testament to his unwavering faith and dedication to serving others. Saint Aloysius of Gonzaga's life may have ended prematurely, but his legacy of love, sacrifice, and devotion to God lives on, inspiring generations to come to emulate his virtue and follow his footsteps. Today, Saint Aloysius of Gonzaga's life continues to inspire countless people around the world to live lives of holiness, compassion, and service to others. His example reminds us of the profound impact one person can have when they dedicate themselves fully to God's will. May we strive to follow in his footsteps, seeking always to.
Thank you, Pratyusha, for that insightful and inspiring account of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga's life. Your words have truly brought his legacy to life for us.
Now let's shift gears and enjoy a vibrant dance performance. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a burst of energy and cuteness. Our young dancer Kara Kaur is taking over the stage.
Good afternoon, each one of you present here. I wish you all a happy Gonzaga Feast Day. And especially, I wish all the members of Gonzaga House, teachers as well as the students, a very happy Gonzaga Feast Day. Actual day of celebration is 21st of June. As you heard, Aloysius Gonzaga was born in 1568 and died on 1591 at the age of 23. St. Aloysius Gonzaga was like one of us. He was not from any other world. He was not a born saint. He was a human being like us. His family surely wanted him, that he studies well in good schools and colleges and be successful in his life. He may gain name, fame, glory in his life. Glory of the child is the glory of the parents and the glory of the family. Very well you know. Downfall of the child is seen by the society as a downfall of the parents and downfall of the family. In this context, few points for your reflection today as all of us celebrate the feast of Gonzaga. I will take only 2 points. Points can be many, but I want only 2 points. If you attentively listen to that, you can reflect over and see does it apply to you or not. What do I do in this life? What do I do with my life? What is the expectation of my parents from me? What will happen to me if I go away from my family traditions or values? What will happen if I go away from the family values? I'm throwing just a question. It can be in an area you think of, but you must think of and you should question yourself in the perspective of your families and parents. He volunteered to take care of the sick and dying in the hospital when plague broke out in Rome. In serving the plague victims, he contracted the disease himself and died at the age of 23. Now, few questions we can ask. Should we say that Aloysius did not know that by serving the sick, he himself would contract the plague? An educated boy, young boy, he knew very well that there was 100% possibility to contract the plague as he was serving them. But it is in his serving, what matters is, it is his serving attitude. It's not like running away. It is his determination to serve the needy, the sick and dying. It is his selfless love for others. It is his self-sacrifice to the sick and the poor that made him to serve the sick. You must ask now yourself again, how selfish am I? Or how selfless am I? What is my mental attitude towards others, especially towards the old people, the sick, the poor, the victims? Do I feel compassionate to these people? And if you don't, you must feel. You must be compassionate to such people. Let us do them by our lives rather than speaking. So 2 things I ask you to question. What is your attitude towards the needy or poor or the sick, the old, the deaf and dumb, downtrodden? You must ask yourself, do you have any feeling towards them? At least feeling must be. You can serve, that's the second question. You can do something, that can be the third question. First question was first I say in initial stage I said, do you question yourself, if what's my life? If I go away from the good values family has or your parents have, if I go away from that, what is going to happen? What is the family's reaction? What is the society's reaction? Always think at least these two, and if the good values you stand for, and definitely good values, you know, when you say good values, positive, always you abide to that, stand for it. And with the negative, you can judge that, just get rid of, keep it away. So with these 2 points, I end my speech. May God bless us all. And next part will continue, but let me finish it off because I'll not come back here. So next part will be the dance competition. Enjoy the dance, certainly, and that's for you all are here, all of us are here. And all these dances are done by your... Okay, and don't clap for me now, okay? So finally, all the best wishes to the dancers, and I hope surely they are going to rock the stage, and by your clapping also you can rock the stage, and let's encourage them. So thank you, all the best to every one of them, and once again, happy feast to each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for your inspiring words and continuous support.
Now, to take up the program ahead, we call upon Apurv and Musaffa.
Thank you, Anvesha and Kushagra, for your wonderful introductions and for calling us up on stage. Can we give them a torrential round of applause, please? Well, now we know it is Gonzaga Day, but we are really lacking on to something. Obviously, the celebration part. But before that, where's my co-host? Has she turned into a ghost? Or I know, she must be lounging backstage. Hey Musaffa, grace us with your presence, please.
Thank you. Sorry for the delay, folks. Just had to tame a herd of jittery dancers backstage. Oh, you know how it is. A room full of puppies on a sugar high. I think Glitter is officially a new food group for them. They are like tiny disco balls with legs, just waiting for their cue to light up the stage.
You know, I'm happy for you. At least now you have got a job to do.
Funny. In a society that worships love, freedom, and beauty, dance is sacred. It's a prayer for the future, a remembrance of the past, and a joyful exclamation of thanks for the present. And remember, folks, the show is brought to you by the letter D for dance and C for chaos, but mostly for fun.
And G for glitter, obviously. Moving ahead, themes for the middle school's dance is centered around disco. You could transform the venue into a vibrant discotheque straight out of the 1970s. Rules for the competition are as follows. Minimum numbers of students is to be 10. Costume as per the requirement of the song. Wording should be decent. Single song should be taken for middle as well as high school and +2. Song duration should be between 3.5 to 4 minutes. At least one prop should be used.
Our esteemed judges for the show today are Sister Nirmala, Prasoon Pratima ma'am, Shazia ma'am, and Soumya ma'am. Let's give them a warm round of applause for joining us. Without any further ado, let us witness the talented dancers dedicated to their art form. We have our upcoming group with the song I Am a Disco Dancer 2.0. It is from the Bollywood film Disco Dancer.
What a breathtaking start it was. Their passion and commitment towards their dance is evident in every step they took. आपकी कला यह यकीन दिलाती है कि कोई चीज़ सीमा से बंधी नहीं होती, क्योंकि आपने तो पत्थर को तराश मूरत में बदल दिया. Learning is never done without errors and defeat, says wisdom. Here comes the next group with their performance on the song Jimmy Jimmy Aaja Aaja from the 1982 Bollywood film Disco Dancer, sung by Parvati Khan. It's known for its catchy disco beats and memorable melody. The film is starred by Mithun Chakravarti and the song became a significant hit not only in India but also internationally, specifically in the Soviet Union.
Our hearts are filled with mesmerizing synchronization of each dancer as they have left the stage with an alluring excitement.
पैसा ये हो तो मुसीबत ना हो तो मुसीबत. A very popular song to make you guess the upcoming blasters. The song is an amazing artwork of Kishore Kumar as conveys the adverse reality of the world joyfully through his captivating lyrics featured in the movie Curse, released in 1980.
ये पैसा ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत 7 8 9 पैसा ये पैसा पैसा है कैसा नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत 7 8 9 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 प्रेम देखा प्यार देखा यारी देखी यार देखा प्रेम देखा प्यार देखा यारी देखी यार देखा दिल के यार पार देखा ये सारा संसार देखा ऊपर नीचे अंदर बाहर दूर पास मौसम है एक जैसा पैसा ये पैसा पैसा है कैसा नहीं कोई ऐसा जैसा ये पैसा ये हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत हो मुसीबत न हो मुसीबत 7 8 9
has been a part of human history. We have the next group performing on Hawa Hawa, which is a popular Bollywood song known for its catchy tune and lively rhythm. It was originally featured in the 1987 film Mr. India, starring Anil Kapoor and Sridevi. The song was composed by Lakshmikant Pyarelal and sung by Kavita Krishnamurthy and the legend Kishore Kumar.
मुझको बता दे मैं उससे मिलूंगा एक बार मिला दे यार मिला दे यार मिला दे मिला दे, जरा मुझको बता दे, मैं उससे मिलूंगा, एक बार मिला दे, यार मिला दे, यार मिला दे। ये अदा भी उसकी क्या काम कर गई, जाते जाते एक हंसी शाम कर गई। ये अदा भी उसकी क्या काम कर गई, जाते जाते एक हंसी शाम कर गई। हवा हवा ए हवा खुशबू लुटा दे, कहाँ खुली हाँ खुली जुल्फ बता दे, अब उसका पता दे, जरा मुझको बता दे, मैं उससे मिलूंगा, एक बार मिला दे, यार मिला दे, यार मिला दे।
We are fascinated by their performance. That was beautiful. Marriage of rhythm, grace, and expressions let their artistic expressions serve as an inspiring example of beauty of dance to all of us. As the final beats of Hawa Hawa echoed through the hall, the middle school students struck their last pose, their faces beaming with pride and exhilaration. They swept away by the infectious energy and joy that filled the room. The judges exchanged impressed glances, nodding in admiration at the young dancers' talent and dedication. It was a moment that shimmered with the promises of more dazzling performances to come, marking the end of this segment with a celebration of youthful spirit and creativity.
What an electrifying performance by our middle school dancers. Let's give them another round of applause for their incredible talent and energy.
Absolutely. Their enthusiasm and dedication were truly inspiring. But now it's time to turn the spotlight to our high school performers, who are ready to take the stage with some amazing remixes of the classic 90s songs.
That's right. We have seen the magic of disco, and now we are about to experience a modern twist on some of our favorite hits from the 90s. Get ready for a show filled with nostalgia and innovation.
But before that, to kick off our event, we have a very special performance. Please join in welcoming Advik Swarekha from our junior school. Though not a competitor today, this little star is here to charm us with a dance performance that will surely bring smiles to our faces.
इश्क में दिल बना है, इश्क में दिल फना है। ओ मिटा दे या बना दे, मैंने तुझको चुना है। ओ तेरे सारे रंग ओढ़ के, ढंग ओढ़ के, तेरा हुआ मैं सब छोड़ के। इश्क नहीं करना नाप तोल के, राज खोल के आया हूँ मैं सबको बोल के। ओ मैं तो चलिया तेरी ओर, तेरा चलिया है जोर, तेरा होया मैं यार में, भूले आए संसार में। चलिया तेरी ओर, तेरा चलिया है जोर, तेरा होया मैं यार में, भूले आए संसार में।
What an absolutely delightful performance. Our young dancer has truly set the stage on fire with their enthusiasm and talent. Despite their tender age, this grace and confidence have captivated us all. Now, let's move on to our high school and plus 2 performances.
Our high school and plus 2 students have been working tirelessly to bring you performances that blend the best of the past with the energy and creativity of today. We promise you it's going to be an unforgettable show.
So without any further ado, let's dive into the world of remixes and watch our talented high school dancers set the stage on fire. So let's kick off this fabulous event with a bang.
Let's hear it for the incredible talent we are about to witness. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The song of 90s are the ones that directly connects to our heart, and not like the ones of this generation which compels one to scratch their heads. Now we have our first group from high school and plus 2 with the song Tal Se Tal, which is a popular song from the 1999 Bollywood film Tal. The film is directed by Subhash Ghai, features music composed by A.R. Rahman. The song is sung by Alka Yagnik and Udit Narayan, and it's one of the iconic tracks of the film.
The dance was fabulous. It incited me too to jump up on the stage and join them.
3, 2, 1. System!
अरे सिस्टम भाई, आप यहाँ?
ये रातें, ये मौसम, नदी का किनारा, ये चंचल हवा.
What was that, Mustafa?
Look, what an emotion the song had, unlike the previous one which shredded the eardrums of the listeners.
अब वो तो जैसी जिसकी सोच. बिजली तो आज मैं अपनी आवाज से गिराऊंगा.
Oh, I have the intimation of what you are going to do. तो इससे पहले तुम्हारी आवाज से यहाँ बिजली गिर जाए, let's welcome the another group with their performance on Hawa Hawai, which is a classic Bollywood song from the 1987 film Mr. India. से तजुर्बा और तजुर्बे से कामयाबी हासिल होती है. With this, moving on to the next performance, another group is coming up with the song Aplam Chaplam, which is a lively and playful song from the 1959 Bollywood film Azad. The song is sung by the Queen of Melody, Lata Mangeshkar and Usha Mangeshkar.
It was an amazing sight and great performance by them.
क्या तुमने कभी डांस किया है अपूर्व?
इसमें मेरी तो एक्सपर्टीज बिल्कुल भी नहीं है.
Well, I knew it. So let's leave this on the ones waiting backstage with their performance.
Coming towards the last performance of the competition, we have the group coming up with their performance on Chaiya Chaiya, which is an iconic Bollywood song from the 1998 film Dil Se, directed by Mani Ratnam. The music for the song was composed by A.R. Rahman with lyrics by Gulzar.
चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 सारी इश्क की छाँव चल छैया छैया सारी इश्क की छाँव चल छैया आओ जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया आओ जन्नत चले चल छैया चल छैया 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 ओ यार है जो खुशबू की तरह जिसकी जुबान उर्दू की तरह मेरी शाम रात मेरी कायनात वो है मेरा सैया सैया चल छैया 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 गुलपोश कभी इतराए कहीं महके तो नजर आ जाए कहीं गुलपोश कभी इतराए कहीं महके तो नजर आ जाए कहीं तावीज़ बना के पहनूं उसे आयत की तरह मिल जाए कहीं तावीज़ बना के पहनूं उसे आयत की तरह मिल जाए कहीं गुलपोश कभी इतराए कहीं महके तो नजर आ जाए कहीं तावीज़ बना के पहनूं उसे ओ यार है जो ईमान की तरह मेरा नगमा बोगी मेरा कलमा बोगी मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा कलमा कलमा मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा कलमा कलमा मेरा नगमा नगमा मेरा कलमा कलमा यार मिसाले दोस्त चले पाओ के तले फिर दोस्त चले कभी डाल डाल कभी बात बात में हवा पे ढूंढूं उसके निशान सारी इश्क की छाँव चल छैया छैया सारी इश्क की छाँव चल छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया पाँव जन्नत चले चल छैया चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया
It was an astounding performance that mesmerized our senses and made our hearts sway. With this, we come to the end of the Inter-House Dance Competition and summing it up with the words of our very own beloved Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, my confidence is placed in God, who does not need help for accomplishing his designs. Our part is to pray that we may be worthy of becoming his instruments.
The joy doesn't stop here. We have another talented dancer, Adrija from our junior school, ready to enchant us with their dance performance. Please join me in welcoming this little star to the stage.
ये बीकानेरी छोकरी संतरे की टोकरी घर तो छुड़वाया अब क्या छुड़ाएगी नौकरी
रोमियो रोमियो कल के रोमियो भोले शक्ल वाले सारे के सारे परे पियो रोमियो रोमियो भाड़ के प्रेमियो काहे गल पड़े हो बिन बुलाए बारातियों
ये तो गई गले जा संग में हम भी ले जा ये तो चोरी पे है सीना जोरी कभी लगे मोनालिसा कभी कभी लगे ललिता और कभी जैसे कादम्बरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी
सर से पैर तलक बेतहाशा हुस्न से भरी
हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी
पैरों में पायल की बेड़ी से बंध के मैं ना रहने वाली मैं अल्हड़ पुरवा के जैसी हूँ परदेसों तक बहने वाली मुझे रहनों से बढ़ के सपनों की चाहत है जिन सपनों को सच हो जाने की आदत है कटती है मेरी मुर्दों से यारी फिल्मों के पर्दों से
ये तो गई गले जा संग में हम भी ले जा ये तो चोरी पे है सीना जोरी कभी लगे मोनालिसा कभी कभी लगे ललिता और कभी जैसे कादम्बरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी
सर से पैर तलक बेतहाशा हुस्न से भरे
हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी
ए छूना नहीं छूना छूना नहीं छूना छूना नहीं मुझको ए होना नहीं होना होना नहीं तेरी होना नहीं मुझको हाथ जोड़ चाहे पाँव बढ़ बढ़ पा नहीं मुझको ना 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 ना
That was an enchanting performance. This young dancer has truly showcased the magic of youthful talent and energy. That little one just made me have a desire to watch another talent of the same kind.
Your desires will be fulfilled as we have another talented dancer, Samriddhi Mohan, waiting backstage. So let us call them up here.
छम छम बजनिया छम छम हाय बजनिया देखा देखी दिल मेरा जुड़ गया रे लेके परदेस दिल उड़ गया रे
Samriddhi really seemed to be highly energetic.
And with that, we come to the end of our Gonzaga Day celebration.
We hope you all enjoyed the program. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience.
At the present time. So thanks to the participants of the Gonzaga House for a beautiful performance this afternoon. And I think the ones who are there backstage now will also put on a very good show, and you may gain certain points from them. You can learn the debating skills and also how to present yourself in a public domain. So I think I'm killing the time so that they can prepare the stage. It's useless sitting idle, so I'm just putting on lectures. Let me check if the stage is over. I will hand over the mic to them. Yes. All right. They have been very quick to set the stage, so I withdraw myself and let the curtains draw.
Go.
Good morning to all the respected members of the Parliament. You all are requested to rise up in the respect of our Honorable Speaker.
Respected members of the Parliament, please sit down. Respected members of the 18th I congratulate you on becoming a member of the Parliament. Esteemed colleagues, I was deeply saddened to know the high toll of life in the tragic event in Uttar Pradesh. I would like to offer our sincere sympathies and concern to those who were injured and their families, and I wish a fastly recovery of those who were injured. Please stand in silence for 2 minutes. Please sit down. Now the question hour begins. Question 101. Election reforms. Mr. K, please state your questions.
Honorable Speaker of Lok Sabha and the respected members of Lok Sabha. Today, I, N.K. Premchandran, from Kollam constituency of Kerala, rise to draw your attention towards an emerging reason behind poverty and instability in India. We are all aware of the Representation of the People's Act of 1951, which states, please heed, the eligibility criteria and also the disqualification grounds for a member of the People's House and that of the State Assembly. The only fact that it doesn't mention is educational qualification. Please note my words, educational qualification. Honorable Speaker, my aim is also to make this Assembly aware that our opposition has also been raising voice against the unfair elections.
Honorable member, please don't put allegations on election commission as it is an independent body.
Sir, please give me 1 second, sir. Under the leadership of the leader of opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, it is good in part of democracy that people initiate and get opportunities. But leaving 5 significant years in the hands of an unworthy and unfairly elected leader would bring peril to the nation. I would rest my speech repeating my advice for educational qualification and fair elections in India. Thank you.
Mr. A, you may state your point.
Honorable Speaker of Lok Sabha, I am Ajay Rai of the Pindra constituency. I want to add on to what Mr. N.K. Premchandra has talked about, that is, on educational qualifications of leaders. As you know that in most of the European countries like Denmark, Switzerland, compulsory educational qualifications had been implemented. These countries are far more developed than ours. So I want to ask, why has this not yet been implemented? I want to ask that why and how an illiterate member will make India literate.
I request Mr. S from the Ministry of Home Affairs to please address the question.
सभापति महोदय, आज बहुत अच्छा लगा। बहुत दिनों बाद आज इस सदन में चर्चा हो रही है। हम अपने कार्यकाल की विशेषताएं बतला रहे हैं और वहीं ये विपक्षी दल उस पर कलंक लगाने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं। कुछ लोग तो अपनी मन की बात भी कर रहे हैं। चलिए, जिस कार्य के लिए यह सदन बना है वह आज पूरा तो हो रहा है। सभापति महोदय, जैसा कि हम जानते हैं कि अंग्रेजों ने हम पर लगभग 200 सालों तक और मुगलों ने हम पर लगभग 300 सालों तक गुलामी की। इस समय में उन्होंने भारत को लूट लूट कर तबाह कर दिया था। उन्होंने यहाँ के गुरुकुलों को भी बंद करवा दिया था, जिसका दुष्परिणाम यह हुआ कि आज़ादी के समय भारत की साक्षरता दर केवल 12% रह गई थी। परंतु भारत वह देश नहीं जो कठिनाइयों से डरकर रुक जाए। यह भारत के मजबूत नेताओं की देन है कि 2040 तक भारत की साक्षरता दर पूरी 100% हो जाएगी। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, विपक्ष को उन नेताओं से बहुत तकलीफ है जो केवल स्नातक या उससे कम ही पढ़े हैं।
आप जो हमारे औकात के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, आपके औकात के बारे में तो पूरा दुनिया जानता है।
Please maintain the decorum of the house.
बैठ जाइए आप बैठिए।
ज़्यादा जानते हैं आप
लोग बैठिए।
चौधरी जी, उनको पार्लियामेंट के बाहर का रास्ता दिखाइए।
रुकिए, हिम्मत कैसे हुई आपकी?
आप बाहर मिलिए, राजनीति हम सिखाते हैं आपको।
यूपी वाला काफिला से मिलवाना पड़ेगा आपको।
बैठिए आप।
मैं कुछ नेताओं के नाम बताना चाहूंगा जो केवल स्नातक या उससे कम ही पढ़े हैं, परंतु उनमें मजबूत नेतृत्व करने का गुण है, जैसे अब्राहम लिंकन, स्मृति ईरानी, जॉर्ज वॉशिंगटन आदि। मान्यवर, हमें ऐसे नेता नहीं चाहिए जो किसी के अंगुली के इशारे पर काम करे, बल्कि हमें तो ऐसे नेता चाहिए जो भारत को फिर से सोने की चिड़िया बना दे। सभापति महोदय, मुझे लगता है कि विपक्ष के लोग यह भूल गए हैं कि हमारा संविधान हमें समानता का अधिकार एक स्वतंत्रता अधिकार के रूप में देता है और हम सब इसका अनुसरण भी करते हैं। फिर यह विपक्ष के लोग किस हैसियत से नागरिकों के बीच भेदभाव करके संविधान पर उंगली उठाते हैं। सभापति महोदय, अंत में मैं यही कहना चाहूँगा कि हमें अपना ध्यान इन सब निरर्थक बातों से हटाकर एक ऐसी पीढ़ी बनाने में लगाना चाहिए जिसके पास मूल शिक्षा के साथ साथ भारत की संस्कृति का भी पूरा ज्ञान हो। और अगर हम ऐसा करने में सफल हुए तो भारत फिर से अखंड भारत बन जाएगा।
Yes, Mr. R.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I would like to ask a question from our Health Minister. May I?
Yes, you may.
Sir, you will be astonished to hear that WHO, World Health Organization, has given their statement that remdesivir is not good for human health. Yes, the remdesivir, which was used in India to fight back from a deadly virus. In remdesivir, a bacterial endotoxin was present, which was leading into high fever and decrease in oxygen level. But India was the only country which increased the production of remdesivir and was promoting it. But now it is clear why. After analyzing the electoral bond, which was showcased on 15 March, the company Zydus Cadila, which was producing remdesivir, had purchased electoral bond of 80 crores. But सर ये तो इलेक्ट्रल बॉन्ड धीरे धीरे चंदा धंधा का मॉडल बनते जा रहा है. क्या यही आपका फिट इंडिया का मूवमेंट है?
माननीय सभापति महोदय, सबसे पहले मैं कहूंगा ये छोटे कद वाले व्यक्ति, आपकी हिम्मत कैसी हुई ये सवाल हमसे पूछने की? आप तो वे लोग हैं जो 12 लाख करोड़ का चोरी करके देश जेल में सड़ते हैं. बैठिए शांति से.
Please maintain
आप
the
बैठिए.
decorum of the house. Please maintain the decorum of the house.
अब मैं इन्हें ये भी बताऊंगा कि we were the only ones who had showcased the electoral bond. Because of us only, you are aware of the fundings given by the company to different political parties. Some of the components of which remdesivir is made up of are 2-ethyl-butyl, aminopyrrole and many more. The remdesivir is even certified by FDA. आखिर में मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा कि जो हम इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड लेते वो देश के विकास के लिए लेते, आपके तरह नहीं जो देश का इकोनॉमी बर्बाद कर दिए. हमारे कारण देश का इकोनॉमी 5वें दर्जे पे, समझे?
Yes, Mr. Khan.
अच्छा जनाब, तो जनता का पैसा अगर नेता का जेब भरने में इस्तेमाल हो तो उसे आप इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट कहेंगे? आप शांत बैठिए, आपको नहीं पता ये सब. बैठिए शांति से.
Please maintain the decorum of the house.
क्या कहा आपने इकोनॉमी? 19 महीना तो आप जेल में थे मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग केस में, और इकोनॉमी का बात कीजिएगा. शांत रहिए.
70 वर्षों में आपने जितना करप्शन किया है उतना हम 500 वर्ष में भी नहीं कर पाएंगे.
मेरा मुंह मत खुलवाइए आप.
खुलवाएंगे, देखते हैं क्या कर लीजिएगा.
Question 102 regarding inflation.
Today, I stand here. Today, I stand here on behalf of all of the citizens of India who are victims of inflation and find themselves sinking deeper into the quicksand of poverty. Inflation is not the latest issue. It didn't emerge in the past few years. It has been prevailing since ages and will probably continue to prevail. But this cannot be used to justify the unreasonable rise in price of basic commodities of everyday use. मैं हवा में तीर नहीं चला रही. I have the data with me.
Can I please see the data?
According to the data, the retail selling price of a 14.2 kg cylinder was rupees 744 in 2020, which increased to over 1,000 by 2023. And as of 2024, the price of a 19 kg LPG cylinder has increased by rupees 25 in major metros. Milk prices have risen by 14 to 15%, and even cremation services are being taxed up to 18%. Quoting Milton Friedman, one of the great mistakes is to judge policies by the intention rather than the result. I'm not questioning the intention of the government, I'm pointing at the result. The poor are still poor, and farmers are still committing suicide. Whereas the rich, they continue to grow richer. Is this what a true democracy looks like?
हाँ हाँ, बहुत हर घर कुकिंग गैस. आपकी सरकार ने तो इस ऑनलाइन जमाने में इंटरनेट कनेक्शन का ही दाम बढ़ा दिया है. आजकल के यूथ ज़्यादातर पढ़ाई लिखाई के लिए इंटरनेट पे ही डिपेंडेंट हो गए हैं. ओहो, पर मैं पढ़ाई लिखाई की बात भी किनसे कर रहा हूँ.
Ms. Sitaraman, I request you to answer the questions.
Honorable Speaker of Lok Sabha, as the Finance Minister of India, I would like to answer the question raised by Ms. Supriya. The central government of India has taken the following measures to cure inflation. The reduction of price of rupees 8 per litre on petrol and rupees 6 per litre on diesel. the excise duty on petrol and diesel has also been reduced. Prohibition on the export of wheat so that surplus is present for our own people. Imposition of export duty on rice. The government has set a limit of 100 tons of sugar. Sir, सुनिए, ये आपके लिए है. Under the Ujjwal Yojana, the government has granted subsidy of ₹100 per cylinder and up to 12 cylinder per year, and it has benefited up to 9.59 crore household. और राशन कार्ड के बारे में तो आपने सुना ही होगा.
Yes,
Honorable Speaker, I would like to quote something.
yes, you may.
महागाई म्हणजे कालांतराने वस्तू आणि सेवेच्या किमती होणारी वाढ. किमती वाढल्यावर ग्राहकांची क्रयशक्ती कमी होते. चालण्याच्या युनिटची शक्ती पूर्णप्रमाणे विस्तारित नाही. किंचित महागाई हे चिंतेचे कारण नाही. परंतु जेव्हा किमती खूप लवकर वाढतात तेव्हा महागाई गंभीर समस्या निर्माण करू शकते.
अब देखिए, टेलीकॉम कंपनी ने अपना रेट बढ़ा दिया है, ये बात तो आप जानते हैं, पर क्या आप ये बात जानते हैं कि हमारी गवर्नमेंट उनसे नेगोशिएट करके उसका प्राइस कम करवाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं? जानते हैं? अरे कहाँ से जानेंगे? 2014 से लेकर आज तक जो आप इतना एग्जैजरेट कर रहे हैं ना कि इसका प्राइस बढ़ गया, उसका प्राइस बढ़ गया, गैस का प्राइस बढ़ गया. अभी इन्होंने कहा उज्ज्वला योजना. क्या जब आपकी सरकार थी तो आप जनता को ये स्कीम्स प्रोवाइड कर रहे थे? अरे जब आपकी सरकार थी तो ये स्कीम्स का नाम तो छोड़िए, इसके बारे में जनता ने सोची भी नहीं होगी. यही होता है, आधा अधूरा रिसर्च करके आ जाते हैं हमारी पार्टी पर उंगली उठाने. वो कहते हैं ना, हाफ नॉलेज इज मोर डेंजरस देन नो नॉलेज. लगता है यहाँ के किसी एमपी पर ये बात बहुत अच्छे से अप्लाई होता है.
The session is adjourned due to some problems. We will meet at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
That was the glimpses of the parliament. Those who have seen it may know what happens there. So these students did a beautiful job. So let us give them a big round of applause.
Hey Harshika, are you ready to rock the mic at today's debate?
I bet, Pratyusha. I have been practicing my deep nodding while looking thoughtful. What about you? Got any secret anchoring techniques?
Oh, definitely. I've mastered the art of subtly checking my watch while making it look like I'm deeply invested in the speaker's arguments.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tech-savvy teens, and digitally confused Gen X. Welcome to the great debate, where today we tackle a topic hotter than your Wi-Fi router on a Netflix binge. On the topic, information boom, a boon.
Prepare yourselves for a roller coaster of arguments, a tsunami of insights, and perhaps a meme or two along the way. Today, we are diving into a debate so intense that even a coffee is debating whether it's a latte or a cappuccino.
Before we move forward, let me highlight the rules. There will be 3 speakers. There will be 2 speakers, each from the affirmative and the negative side. Each participant will get 3.5 minutes for their speeches. There will be a warning bell at 3 minutes. Please adhere to these time limits to keep the debate flowing smoothly.
After the completion of the speeches, we will have a rebuttal round where the questions will be welcome from either of the sides. Counter questions won't be allowed. The speakers are requested to introduce themselves each time they ask a question or answer one. Kindly raise your hands before posing or answering a question and maintain the decorum of the debate.
Please respect your fellow debaters and their viewpoints. Personal attacks or disrespectful behavior won't be tolerated. As moderators, we reserve the right to intervene if any of these rules are violated or the debate requires clarification or direction.
We encourage lively debates. Please keep your arguments grounded in facts and logic.
So now we call upon Laya Agrawal from the proposition team.
A 3-year-old girl in Los Angeles calls the emergency services, saving her mother's life from a life-threatening heart attack. How can we explain these things without proving the fact that the widespread of information is not only useful for our society, but is also nurturing the young minds? Today, I am standing here, Laya Agarwal, am standing here to speak for the proposition that information boom is indeed a boom for the society. Today, the information is available on our fingertips by just a tap of few buttons. The increase in technology and technological advancements have led to so much better healthcare. The diseases which were considered incurable earlier are now cured with just a few medicines. This has led to a lot of changes. Economic growth, if we consider economic growth, then the technological advancements had created multiple job opportunities, because of which a lot of families are able to feed themselves. How can we explain these things without proving that information, the widespread of information, is good? So, information is a catalyst for a progress and development. If there is no information, there will be no development. If there is no development, then the society will not move forward. So, information is a powerful thing. Today's world, information is arguably one of the most powerful things, even more so than money, if used correctly. In conclusion, I would like to say that information, if used correctly, can be a lot powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Laya. Your passion for the topic really shone through.
Calling on our first speaker from the opposition side, Akshat Jain, to reflect his viewpoint on the topic.
The other day, I was sitting in the library. I thought I would read a book. I went to the reference section to take a book for English. I started searching all across the sections. I found an Arihant book and whatnot. There were so many books, I got confused, came back to my place and sat for the remaining time in solitude. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Akshat Jain, and today I will be speaking against the motion on the topic, Information Boom, a Boon. To all my friends in the middle school section, boom and boon, don't be confused with the words. As my respected speaker who just spoke mentioned about employment opportunities, well, I was also surfing through the Google yesterday, and I found a link which said, get 5 lakh rupees every month. It really attracted me, and I opened that link, and today I don't have any money in my bank account. Let me come on with my points justifying why information boom is not a boon, rather it is a bane. Information can be published by anyone in any form they want, but who is there to scrutinize them? Who's there to check whether these informations are correct or not? No one. Let me give you an example for this. Wikipedia.
when we are preparing for our projects, we often surf through Wikipedia to find out certain points. You know, the Wikipedia website can be edited by anyone, even me and you. So what makes the information authentic? There's nothing. The next point is, when we are surfing through the net, there are a lot of informations that come one after the other, but we don't know what is correct. There's a lot of confusion, and the information is in such a huge amount that managing them becomes a very difficult task. At present, when we are trying to find information, there are many anti-social websites which we come across. People promoting their propaganda. Let's take an example of the recent war which is being continued between Israel and Palestine. Both the sides are coming up with their point of view, but what is correct? Do we know? No, we don't. The next point would be that people are getting confused. They're living in their own clouds of imagination that this is correct, that is wrong, and they're just walking down their own path, the road not taken. I would like to conclude by saying that you should believe what you have seen, not what you are just surfing through the net. Try to first read it, then you should first try to understand what is given. You should make your own conclusions and never try to depend upon someone else for their views. Make your own views and you'll definitely shine. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Akshat. We really appreciate the depth of your analysis.
Coming up is Kushagra Ranjan from the proposition team.
I am Kushagra from the proposition team speaking for the motion. Definitely, information boom is a boon for the society and the present modern world. Information boom has significantly benefited the society in numerous ways, such as access to knowledge. People have unprecedented access to information, leading to lifelong learning and self-education. Global connectivity, economic growth, healthcare advances, telecommunication, electronic reports, access to research, everything is possible due to the information boom. It has also helped in the democratization of information. That is, it is no longer restricted to certain people only, but is made available to each and every person with an internet connection, which promotes equality. Information boom also has its impact in various other fields too, such as education and innovation. Online courses and educational resources have been made available to each and every one, regardless of rich or poor, which provides equal opportunities to the poor students too in learning the same things that are being learned by the other students. Due to this information boom, every institution or group can convey any kind of information or task to its members really quick, which makes the growth of the institution very fast, and which contributes to the development of the nation. Additionally, information boom also provides with parental control tools to the parents, enabling them to monitor their wards and their online activities, thus restricting them from unwanted things on the internet and inappropriate content for children. Thus, from all these points, I want to say that information boom is really a boon for the society. Thank you.
Thank you, Kushagra. Your speech sparked our interest.
Calling upon our last speaker for today, Swastika Jaiswal, to present her views.
As we all know, excess of anything is harmful. Good morning, myself Swastika Jaiswal from class 11A, and I'm here to stand against the topic, information boom is a boon. We know there's a lot of information available. The information boom is often considered a gifted thing, but is it? They access information available on the internet which confuses us, the misinformation available. Is it a bad thing or a good thing? I think it's a bad thing. It creates an echo chamber effect where individuals only find information which they already know and they consider to be true. it creates an effect that leads them to be to not be self-dependent, but to rely on the internet for everything. Information boom leads to no privacy because all the personal data is available on the internet to be exploited by the government and corporation. So is information boom really a boon? Information boom also devalues the actual expertise and knowledge that the people have, because anyone on the internet can gain a little knowledge and say that they have done something. But the one who has actually worked hard for it, the one who actually deserves the values and respect, they are not given. So, information boom has created a society where the data is unlimited, but wisdom is not. We need wisdom to control the data with the flow, to be in the right direction, to breaking information on someone is called information boom. Now imagine a 5-year-old is handed a maths book of class 10th. Will he be able to handle it? No, of course not, because he won't understand anything. Same goes with information boom. So giving information and having information boom is two different things. Information is providing information step by step, but information boom is blasting all the information you have on a single person. It confuses them, which I don't think is a good thing. In conclusion, information boom has perpetuated misinformation, distractions, and intellectual laziness. So we shall think about our relationship with information, and we shall rebuild our balance with knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you to our debaters, judges, and audience for participating in today's debate. We have heard compelling arguments on both sides, and it's clear that this topic sparks passion and diverse perspectives.
It seems like there can be endless debate on this topic, but due to time constraint, we need to wind up. Thank you. We hope to experience such lively deliberations in the future as well.
This is not the way we debate, because we were just trying to take a bite of this debating competition. There could have been a rebuttal round, a question-answer round, things like that. But that we'll do when time comes. In our calendar, there is time given for the debate. We'll have this. At present, we were artificially doing things just to get, recorded a part of our activities. Now, please let me now invite our leader of the House, Father Roshner, to please declare the results of the vibrant dancers who performed the vibrant dance. And
so sweets, the chocolates, you can wait. Now we cannot provide here. All right. Now we'll take a first middle section. It was 4 groups. Groups were given. I will just tell the House. So from middle section now, first position goes to Brito. Second position goes to Loyola. Now 2 houses are left. Third position goes to Gonzaga, and 4th to Xavier. Still hard beating maybe, because more than middle school, now high school and +2 efforts are more, okay. So first position goes to Xavier here. Second position goes to Brito. Third to Loyola. Fourth standard. Next time whenever prayer song, we don't clap for prayer. So remember that. Otherwise the organizers, Gonzaga House, leaders and those who are anchoring, dance participants, on my behalf, definitely as a head of the institution, thanks to each one of you. Time constraint. Now last person, Deborah sir is coming here, the rest you know.
So today was Gonzaga Day and they had shown a bigger heart by giving the position to other houses. So congratulations to the housemaster for showing such a big heart.